Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Rachel of Gathered Plans. I have a Recollections October monthly highlights video, and this kit is by Sweetbellaxoxo. I am going to answer some questions because I literally am just doing the exact same plans from my Erin Condren monthly highlights. I just want to show you guys that you can utilize Erin Condren kits in the Recollections planner.
The sun is coming up again, looking like it's gonna be a problem, cause I'd be lying to you if I said this ain't a thing and I've been looking for a new one. I keep on waiting for the weekend, gonna hit you up and tell you that I want you, cause I just wanna feel like this again. Oh, oh, oh. All I wanna do is feel awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All I wanna do is feel awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby, can you make me feel awesome? Up and down, side to side, and then back and forth. Up all night again, me and you, left and right, and then whoa, whoa, oh, oh. Up and down, side to side, and then back and forth. Up all night again, me and you, left and right, and then whoa. All I wanna do is feel awesome. All I wanna do is feel awesome. All I wanna do is feel awesome. I'm in an Uber to your place again. Had a couple fucks but I lost them. I'm sleepwalking in the dark again. Whatever you got, baby, I want one. And now I'm fighting for the sheets again. Sleeping in your bed like I ain't got one. I just wanna feel like this again. Oh, oh, oh. All I wanna do is feel awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All I wanna do is feel awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby, can you make me feel awesome? Up and down, side to side, and then back and forth. Up all night again, me and you, left and right, and then whoa, whoa, oh, oh. Up and down, side to side, and then back and forth. Up all night again, me and you, left and right, and then whoa.
Alright guys, so before I answer some questions that I asked on my Instagram, I wanted to just talk about something super random, but I have been thinking about it all morning. So as you know, in my recent Plan With Me's, I've mentioned that I've been really obsessed with podcasts lately and just kind of hopped on that wagon full on. I've really been binging My Favorite Murder. Like when I get up and get ready on the weekdays, that's literally what I listen to on my way to work and on my way home from work. And I just love it because there's so many episodes and it's just awesome to have something to always listen to. And then I'll just quickly go over some other podcasts that I really love. And so just in case it sparks an interest to you and then you end up listening to it, I'd love to know what you think. So I also love a couple things. It's with Sean Johnson and Andrew East, or Sean East. I don't know if she changed her last name. And then I also love Sibling Rivalry with Kate Hudson and Oliver Hudson. And then Rise podcast with Rachel Hollis. And then she's got a Rise together with her and her husband, Dave. And then I also enjoy Oprah's Super Soul Conversations. I also love listening to National Geographic stuff, which is random, but I enjoy it. I also think Andrea Savage, a grown-up woman, #buttholes. Sorry. I know it's kind of inappropriate, but she's hilarious. And then I also like Whitney Cummings' Good For You. And then As Me with Sinead, she is a little person, and I say that because, she talks a lot about using proper terminology to identify them and just being very mindful of that. And then 10% Happier with Dan Harris, which is really great because he's got a lot of meditation stuff as well. And a lot of these people have, written books, so I've also kind of read their books, so really cool. And after just binging My Favorite Murder a lot, they've recommended some other podcasts, and one of them is Root of Evil, and the second one is Who the Hell is Hamish, which is an Australian podcast. And I was actually super excited because, one, I love the Australian accent. Secondly, bringing this up to my subscribers, I know I have some following around the world, so I think it's really cool for us to kind of have a conversation, and you let me know in the comments below what your favorite podcasts are. I would love to kind of explore different podcasts and get your opinion as well. And yeah, so again, if you have questions about where any of these stickers are from, please just comment below so I can answer them for you. These plans are identical to my Erin Condren October highlights, so I just don't want to be redundant in my voiceover. All right, so now I'm going to go over some questions that I got on Instagram. The first one, I don't know how to pronounce this handle, so I'll just spell it. I think it's Mommy's List, Momiezlist. If you were to create a kit, what would your full boxes be? And Merry Christmas, so Merry Christmas to you as well. My kit would probably be something, as you guys know, I obsess over green kits. They're just so beautiful, and I love like eucalyptus and just calming things. So just if you watched my earlier videos on my channel, I was religiously doing Plan with Me's and using kits with that like an earthy feel to it. So that's kind of my style and preferred kit. So that's probably something I would go with. It would likely be clip art. I'm not super like into photography kits, like all photography kits, and sometimes I do use them and purchase them, but they're more white space if that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, it would probably be clip art and it would be like green and just very like calming and earthy. I would love that. So this question is from Margie Plan 671. She asked, how is the house search going? So I've been asked this question before, like earlier on when the house search was going on. I chose to ignore it because it was private and I didn't really feel comfortable talking about it yet. I think now is probably a good time to mention it because a lot of people have been reaching out to me about it, which is a little bit, scary, and makes me anxious, I think, to kind of share your personal life on here. Like, even if I post a picture on Instagram, it's like that kind of already opens up a can of worms to like into my life. Does that make sense? Like, it's me opening the door into my life. So, which I'm not opposed to. I just think like it's always something that, you know, it makes me anxious because it is my private life and sometimes I don't want to share it. So, sorry, I went on a huge tangent there. But to answer that question, we are no longer um, going down that route. We chose not to. We like filled out all of the paperwork and everything, but my boyfriend and I talked really long and hard. So we already own a townhouse together, and this would have been our second home, and we would have rented out the townhouse. But the thing is, we're both still like really young. I'm 25. He's now 27, just turned 27, and we are possibly looking to move. So I guess the whole thing is like we just didn't know if we'd be committed to want to get a second house, and this would be like our big family house, like is what we would have planned on doing, is getting married, having a family, so on and so forth. But yeah, so that kind of like is the biggest reason. It's like we are thinking to possibly move, and we're open to that idea, especially if we both were to get jobs in a different state. So the biggest thing is I've also moved every like 2 to 4 years of my life because of being in a military family. So I kind of have like the travel bug where I'm kind of bored of this area, to be honest with you. Like, I've lived in Virginia for the past 10 years now, and I just feel like there's nothing else here for me. And I kind of just want to travel and move and see what else is out there. And I feel like that's a very valid reason. I know a lot of people that do that. Like, even people I went to high school and college with have since moved on and lived somewhere completely different, which, like more power to you because that's what I'm essentially trying to do as well. Okay, so this next question is I like to do journaling. What is your favorite pastime? This is from Tatiju, Tattijou. Tatiju? I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that. So my favorite pastime, I was thinking long and hard about this because I have several. One that I probably miss the most is dancing and performing. So I went to a performing arts school in the Philippines, and it was an international school there. So I was highly involved in like sports and dance, and I used to always like, so the dance was like a 2 hour class for us every week, and then we would obviously have like after school, excuse me, after school sessions and practice and stuff like that. So I just missed like the stage presence and putting together choreography. So I grew up doing like contemporary and hip hop. That was like hip hop being like my main thing. My cousin and I are like big dancers. He is what we call a b-boy, like in the Philippines, or probably anywhere. He break dances and loves hip hop too. Like, he was in a few dance groups in the Philippines. So yeah, so that's just something a little bit about me. I kind of miss it. Like, I have looked into finding like dance groups here for like adults or people my age and stuff, and one, they're very sparse, and two, like they're probably really expensive. So I just have not really fully committed. Sometimes, like if I'm in the gym, I'll like go to the dance studio or like those rooms where they do the classes and just, just dance. Like I'll have my headphones in and just like, I used to do that so much in college. Like it was probably a good thing that I worked at one of the gyms there. So like I knew when those like rooms were empty because no one could see me. But yeah, anyways. Okay, so I think that's actually all the questions. This was super last minute, so thank you to those that did drop questions because like I said, I asked that like super early this morning and I'm working on this plan with me. So that's pretty much it. I am just going to go ahead and finish my spread here. I decided to pull in a few Simply Gilded washies. All of these are from Simply Gilded, so I tied in some of the hollow bow ones and then just the silver ones because I don't have very many silver washi, or is that right? Is that grammatically correct? So, but yeah, so I just don't have that much, but I try to pull them all in when I can because I don't use a lot of like silver spreads. Um, but I think I'm going to more now because in the wintertime, I feel like a lot of winter kits call for silver foil, which is really awesome because silver is really pretty and I think it looks very, very feminine. And since I don't use it very much, it's just kind of like, new to me, I guess. But kind of going back to my podcast thing that I was talking about earlier, I would absolutely love to start one. I don't know who I would do it with or what I would even talk about, but I feel like it would be really cool because I feel like a lot of the podcasts I listen to, these are people that are famous, have written books, or like know famous people to have these as guests on their show. I don't know if it would even be a hit to be like a Filipino American girl that's like middle class doing a podcast. Like I don't know if that would even be interesting to anybody, and probably it wouldn't, but it's something that like has kind of like been something I'm into and like interested in just for fun, obviously, and to kind of start conversation. I feel like nowadays, especially since people don't really talk to each other. I mean, look at all the dating apps. People don't really talk in person anymore. It's kind of sad. And I feel like podcasts are great because people are having human interactions and conversations, which we need to do more of because with this era and the technology, we just don't do as much of anymore. So what I'm going to do here is just pull in the Simply Gilded washi horizontally to fill out the days that are not in the kit, or in the month, sorry. And this kit didn't come with any boxes, so I kind of had to make my own. So I just went ahead and did this horizontally. So here are the leftover stickers. I'm pretty sure I used everything except for the scripts that came with the kit because I wasn't tracking this functionally. So here's a VidWiggle. I appreciate you guys watching this so much, and I hope you have an amazing holiday. I know I said I was probably not going to post anymore, but I'm just on it because I'm off today and tomorrow. So thanks again so much. I hope that you guys stay safe and have an amazing, fun time with your family, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.